great yellow sun is reflecting in your deep blue eyes. The day has begun. You spin around, you laugh to yourself, and I see you shine in every color, resting your head in my arms. You sing la 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 la. My God, I think I might be in love. Get rid of all your sorrows in the summer city. You'll never feel alone as long as you're with me. Get rid of all your sorrows in the summer city. There's no place on earth I would rather be.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, thanks so much for stopping by. My name is Courtney and this is Creative on the Cheap, where I like to do budget-friendly DIYs and home decor. So I have a sort of announcement before I get into these DIYs, and it's this. For the last couple of months, I have been working on a project and I'm about to go ahead and kind of release it. However, I'm not quite ready yet. So because number one, I like to play games, and number two, I'm super competitive, over the next 2 or 3 videos, I'm gonna be dropping clues in my videos. I'm not gonna make a big deal about them. If you think you see one, comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. See if you can figure it out. Because what else do we have to do, right guys? I also have a shirt for you guys to guess at the end of this video. These DIYs were super easy to do, super cheap. I did 4 DIYs for $10, and I'm super excited to show you what I did. If you are new and you didn't know, I am on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter. I'm super active over on Instagram. I would love for you to follow me over there at Creative on the Cheap. And if you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss any of my future DIYs. Now let's get into today's DIYs. For the first DIY, I'm going to be using this wooden round that I had Mr. Cheap cut in half for me so that I can make 2 wooden trays. I always have a stash of these wooden rounds in my garage because this is my go-to gift for weddings and housewarming presents. I make Lazy Susans. If you want to see how I make them, I will link a video down below. But what I'm going to do is first I'm going to start with the lemon slice. So taking some of the maize paint, that is what I'm going to use to paint my lemon. But first what I want to do is take a pencil and I'm just going to sketch out a lemon slice. I'm looking at my phone because I want to make sure I get it to look like a lemon slice, but I'm just going to go in with the pencil, sketch it out, and then I'll be ready to start painting. And here is what it looks like after I've put 2 coats of the Maize Waverly chalk paint on there. Now, let me go ahead and suggest this. If you want to make this a little bit easier, go ahead and paint your entire lemon slice white, then go back in with the yellow details. I had thought about doing it that way, but then I was like, you know what? I got tons of time. Why not make it a little hard on myself? So now all I'm going to do is go in with some of the Waverly white chalk paint and paint the white parts of the lemon slice. For the rind of the lemon, I took some of the Maize Waverly chalk paint along with a little bit of the Curry chalk paint, and I mixed it together in one of my little plastic containers. I love using these with the lids. They come from Dollar Tree, so that way I don't waste any paint. I can just close it up and use it at another date. And like I said, I'm just going to paint this, and it's also going to get 2 coats on the rind of the lemon. Now I want to add some detail to the inside of the lemon slice. I'm going to take some of this Apple Barrel Sunny Day and my fan brush, and I'm just going to lightly brush it on the little lemon segments there, or yellow segments I should say. Whatever you use, you just want to use a lighter color than whatever you paint. You could also go in with some white if you wanted to do that as well. I just chose to go ahead and use yellow. Now that the lemon slice is all dry, I'm just gonna put it on my Lazy Susan right here, and then I'm ready to seal it. Now I'm gonna be using some of my Amy Howard liquid wax sealer. It is matte. Don't be confused with the Amy Howard paint. That's what I don't like. I do not like the Amy Howard paint, but I do like her sealer. I did pour way too much on here, so yeah, I had to kind of like brush it back in the bottle. But I went in and just painted one good coat on here and let it dry really, really good. And then once that was dry, I was ready to add my handles. The wedge is all dry. Now I'm ready to put my handles on. You may recognize this. This is the exact same handle that I put on that thrifted DIY box I did a while back. I ended up getting these on clearance from Hobby Lobby for like 30 cents or something like that. So I stashed up on those. So all I'm going to do is just take a tiny screw and just use my screwdriver and just screw it in. It went in really easily. I don't think there's any need for a drill or to pre-drill a hole or anything like that. Once the screws were in, I did go ahead and go in with some brown paint because I thought the silver screw showing looked really tacky, and it made it blend a little bit better with the handle. Now to do the watermelon slice. So the first thing, this one I did not sketch out. I just went in like a crazy person and just freehanded that. So what I did is I took some Moss Waverly chalk paint and I started by doing the outside of the rind of the watermelon. Once that was finished, I ended up putting just one coat of this on there. It covered it really nicely, and this is what it looked like. When that was nice and dry, then I went in with a skinnier line of the Celery Waverly chalk paint. I did go in with 2 coats of that. And then once that was dry, I went in with a thinner coat, or I should say a thinner line, not a coat, of the Waverly white chalk paint. Once those 3 layers were dry, I took some Crimson Waverly chalk paint and I painted it in the red portion of the watermelon. It only, again, took just 1 coat of this red paint to get that all nice and filled in. Now, once that was done, I did take my pencil and go in and pencil where I wanted my watermelon seeds to go. Now, I wanted to hand paint these. I know you could go in with a paint marker if you had that. I didn't have that. I did have a Sharpie marker, but I was like, no, I'm gonna hand paint it. So for the very first seed, I went in with a paintbrush and I started to paint it. and it was a little tedious, I'm not gonna lie. And so what I ended up doing was, for the rest of the seeds, I outlined them with the black Sharpie marker, but then I went in and filled them in with paint. That way it wasn't, you know what I mean? I could fill it in, and if the Sharpie marker was kind of the clean edges, that's fine. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if it does or not, but I found that that was a little bit easier. But again, you could just fill it in with Sharpie, but I just wanted to keep it consistent with that paint look, so that is why I went ahead and painted the seeds. For the outside rind, what I'm going to do is I'm taking some Waverly Fern chalk paint, and I am spacing out some of these just little stripes. Now I am painting the sides of this wedge. If you don't, I didn't really say, it's not just the top that's getting painted, the sides are getting painted as well. Then once I get done with the fern, I'm also going to go in with the folk art. It's called Soft Apple, and that's going to go in between the fern stripes. So I'll end up with a little striped rind all the way around. The third DIY is a Dollar Tree DIY using one of these tags left over from Christmas time. So what I'm going to do is, on the back of it, I'm going to go in with some of the brown cream wax that I've had, that I got from Hobby Lobby quite a while ago, and paint the back side of this tag. Then on the front side, I will go in with some of the Waverly Truffle chalk paint just to kind of cover up the front. I don't really want to see it, and paint that. Once the tag is dry, then I'm going to be attaching a stencil to it. Now, if you don't have this tag, no worries. You could just get a piece of cardboard from a shipping box, or if you have foam board, you could do that, or you could even cut a piece out of wood if you have the ability to do that. I'm going to apply my stencil to the back side of this tag, and then for the letters, I'm just going to use Waverly white chalk paint. For the lemon, I'm going to use the pale yellow, and then for the leaf, I'm using that soft apple green again. And then I do go in and paint a the stem. I forgot to paint that, and I paint it with the truffle Waverly chalk paint. Then once that's done, I just pull off the stencil, and I did not seal this. You could seal it if you wanted to. I just chose not to because I didn't think it was going to be getting severe use. But I did want to add another little element to it, so I got a washer out of the garage, and I just painted it again with that pale yellow just to add a little dimension to the tag. And then the last step is just to add some twine to it, and then this cute little tag is all finished. This last Dollar Tree DIY, super easy to do. So I found this free printable on Pinterest. I will link it down below. I'm going to trim it down to where it just says Campfire S'mores Company, established 1953. Once I get that trimmed down, I'm going to take a bucket that came from Dollar Tree, this little silver bucket, so cute, and I'm going to use a little piece of white rope that I had in my stash and put it with some hot glue around the rim at the top of the bucket. That's kind of like marshmallow feel. Then I had this brown suede-ish weird paper stuff that was left over from a banner. So there's my little kind of chocolate representation. And again, I'm just going to attach it to my bucket with some hot glue. And then my last step is just to take some of this Gorilla Glue repositional adhesive spray. Love this stuff. I have it linked down below. I use it all the time, and I'm just going to spray my label. The reason I like it is because then I can just peel this off when I want to. So I did not seal my bucket because I figured I might want to use it for other things. But this would make such a cute little gift for someone. You could put Hershey bars and marshmallows and what am I forgetting? Graham crackers and some sticks. You could even do this now for somebody and leave it on their porch as like a little gift if you have some sort of little bucket that you could do. Great for summertime. Also, the Bones Coffee Company, if you didn't know, makes s'mores flavored pod coffee. It's so good, and so you could use this to hold little coffee pods as well. So really many different uses for this. I'm really excited to have it because we do a lot of s'mores in the summer. Super easy to do and so cheap. And there you have it, guys. 4 DIYs that are very cheap and easy to do, would make great gifts, great for your home. You know the drill. Let me know down below which one of these is your favorite. And I'm trying not to, okay, I gotta keep rolling. I have filmed this 8 million times. Let me know which one down below is your favorite. Let's take a look at today's shirt. All right, here it is. Sorry guys, seriously, 800 times I've filmed this. Okay, it says Average Joe's. Tell me the movie, your favorite character. Let me know which DIY is your favorite, and if you think you found the clue in today's video. I will see you guys in the next time. Take care, bye.